In our previous video, we covered how to access and install the Mediation SDK, as well as how to set up our Mediation dashboard in order to implement ads in our games. In this video, we'll be taking a closer look at setting up your mediation strategy using ad units, going over what they are and how they work. What are ad units? An ad unit is a collection of ad format settings allowing you to serve rewarded and interstitial ads to your user from surfacing points in your game. You can configure the type of ad you would like to serve to your users and whether or not users can skip the ads. Setting up ad sources. In our video demonstrating the Unity Mediation SDK, we performed everything in the context of using only Unity ads. However, you may want to include ads from different sources in order to maximize your potential revenue. Ad sources are inventories of ads which can be served to your players as an ad publisher. Unity Mediation allows you to install additional ad sources right from the monetization dashboard. In your monetization dashboard, select Mediation and then Ad Sources. Ad sources can also be configured later during your line item setup, which we'll show you a little later. At the time of this video, Unity Mediation supports various ad sources for waterfall and bidding configuration. Refer to the Unity website linked below for the latest updates on our partner networks. Each ad source will typically require a token, API key, and some sort of ID, which can be found in the respective third-party network interface to allow Unity Mediation to manage the ad source. This is required by Unity Mediation, such that Unity can pull the reporting data on your behalf and show you a consolidated report for all the ad networks on a single page. Reporting data is typically available after 24 hours after you start showing the ad from that ad network. We recommend visiting the documentation linked in the description below to learn how to set up each ad source and link them to Unity Mediation. Once you've set up your ad sources in the dashboard, you'll need to add their corresponding SDKs and adapters to your Unity project. Ad sources are configured on an organization level, so once you set it up, you will not need to reconfigure the ad sources again and can use them in any project. To install, switch to the Unity editor and access the Mediation window by heading over to Edit, Project Settings, Ads, and Mediation. In the Mediation window, click Install on any ad sources you link to your project dashboard. When updates to adapters are available in the future, you'll also see those represented in this window and can easily update them. Creating new ad units. When you create a new project with your mediation provider set to Unity Mediation, your project will contain default ad units, waterfall, and Unity Auto eCPM line items for Android and iOS. This is to save you time in getting started faster. However, if you need ad units for additional circumstances, like tracking ads under a waterfall in a specific location, you can easily create new ones. To create a new ad unit, visit dashboard.unity3d.com and select your project. Then visit the monetization dashboard and select Ad Units from the side panel. Finally, click on the Add Ad Unit button to begin creating a new ad unit. Here, you can give your new ad unit a name, select the platform you want it to target, and choose whether or not it should be an interstitial or a rewarded ad. In order to receive and serve ads, we'll need to link a waterfall to this ad unit. Likewise, we'll also need to copy our ad unit ID and implement it into our game code. Please refer to our video about the Unity Mediation SDK for more information about integrating our ad units into our game code. What is an ad waterfall? Ad waterfalls allow you to maximize fill rate and increase potential revenue by calling multiple ad networks one at a time based on a ranking system of eCPM targets and historical eCPM performance. eCPM, or effective cost per milli, helps you determine the revenue generated from 1,000 unique impressions of an ad campaign. Instead of calling only a single network for a chance to fill an ad, when ad requests are issued and go unfilled at the top of the waterfall, they flow downwards to the next level until they're filled. Each level can target a specific eCPM and allow the ad to run in certain regions of the world. When creating waterfall line items and eCPM targets, Unity automatically creates a minimum price or price floor equal to the eCPM target. However, for other ad sources, you may need to set the price floor on their respective dashboard. Setting this value too high may face issues of lower fill rates. This lets you, as a mobile game developer, to meet the revenue goals without sacrificing fill rate. Creating a new ad waterfall. Initially, when we choose Unity Mediation as our mediation platform, a default waterfall is automatically created. However, in this section, we'll be showing how you can create a new waterfall for Unity Mediation. To access the waterfall dashboard, select the Monetization button from the side panel. You can select which project you would like to manage by clicking the drop-down at the top of the page. Once you have selected the project you would like to manage, click Waterfalls. Find the platform you want to add a waterfall to and click the Add New Waterfall button. Next, select which ad format that you want this waterfall to manage. Then select which areas you want this waterfall to manage from the Geo-Target drop-down menu. It's important to note that you can create waterfalls for specific regions, such as the United States, or you can create waterfalls that target global, rest of the world. However, waterfalls cannot overlap regions. So, for example, if you have a waterfall that targets the US, by selecting Global Rest of World, this waterfall will target everywhere else excluding the US. You can configure your waterfall to target a specific ad unit or allow it to target multiple ad units. Line items. While waterfalls typically describe the grouping for monetization strategy, line items are individual monetization strategies that define the order to call each ad network and the pricing strategy of each level of the waterfall. You can add line items through your waterfall management page. Select Waterfalls under the Mediation section of your dashboard. From here, you can add line items to the following sections: the Sort by eCPM Target section, the Auto eCPM Backfill section, and Bidding. The Sort by eCPM Target section allows you to manually define line items and their target rate. To add a line item, click the Add Line Item. From here, we can select which ad source the line item will manage. Likewise, you'll also be able to add and configure new or additional ad sources if you haven't done so already. Likewise, once you set up the ad sources, you can reuse their configuration in any other project, as the configuration is done on an organization level. Please refer to the documentation, as you will need specific API keys and tokens to configure and link the ad source with Unity Mediation. Once you have selected your ad source, you can add your first line item by filling out the line item name and its eCPM target. You can continue to add multiple line items by clicking the Add Additional Line Item towards the bottom of the modal. When the game has an opportunity to show an ad, the first ad source with the highest eCPM target in the waterfall is called to load an ad. If an ad source doesn't meet the specified eCPM target, the waterfall moves to the next line item in descending order until an ad source meets the target. If you add multiple line items with the same target eCPM, the order of the line item is determined by which line item was created first. For example, if we have two line items that have an eCPM target of $10, then the first line item we created is prioritized first, and the second line item is prioritized second. We recommend setting a unique value per each line item to determine the delivery order. Although we provided a convenient way to create line items through our dashboard, we also offer a way to bulk upload using our CSV tools. You can download the CSV template by selecting the CSV Tools drop-down menu in the top right corner of the dashboard and selecting Download Empty Template. Save the template and fill all the required fields in the CSV. You'll want to include the line item name, ad network, type of mediation strategy, app ID, ad unit ID, and eCPM target. Once filled, you can upload the template by selecting CSV Tools, Upload CSV. Once uploaded, the line items will be populated to the dashboard. This can be particularly useful if you are copying a waterfall strategy from another game or mediation platform. Any line items which exist in the Auto eCPM backfill section will attempt to pick up any ads which fail to meet its target eCPM. When adding line items in the Auto eCPM section, you will not be able to set the target eCPM value. This is because Unity Mediation will attempt to optimize the eCPM target based on reporting data within the past 24 hours. Bidding. If waterfall isn't your preferred way to monetize, Unity Mediation also allows bidding, sometimes referred to as in-app bidding. Imagine an auction where multiple ad sources are competing to display an ad in your game. When your game sends a request to retrieve an ad, multiple ad networks can respond and bid for your empty ad spot. The ad network with the highest bid price wins, which can increase your potential revenue yield. To set up the bidder, view the bidding section in the Waterfall Management dashboard and click Add Bidding Source. Select a supported ad network and fill the required fields in the modal window. Finally, click Save to enable the ad network as a potential bidder. When selecting an ad source for bidding, the same ad source cannot be used as a line item for Waterfall. This means you'll need to disable line items in Waterfall which use the same ad source as the one configured for bidding. To learn more about bidding for each ad source, please visit the documentation linked in the description below. Once you are done setting up your Waterfall line items and bidding sources, switch back to the Unity editor and access the Mediation Code Generation window by navigating to Services, Mediation, and then Code Generation. There, you should see your newly created ad unit under Ad Unit Type. From here, you can generate the code that's needed to implement your new ad into your game. Copy the snippet and paste it into your game source code. For more information on how to implement the generated code into your game, check out our video about installing the Mediation SDK. This workflow only works with games that are being made with Unity. If you choose Unity Mediation as the mediation platform in a game made in a different game engine, you will need to copy both your game ID and ad ID to implement Unity Mediation into your non-Unity game. To learn more about ad units, we recommend visiting the documentation provided in the link below. Thanks for watching.